Just in, a federal judge has overturned the child pornography convictions of an Oconto Falls doctor and ordered a new trial, saying the jury saw evidence that never should have been allowed. Dr. Isaiah Cupino was found guilty in April of producing, transporting, and possessing child pornography. The judge now saying certain videos, including one with a life-size doll, were irrelevant and, quote, were so prejudicial they likely denied him a fair trial, end quote. The prior guilty verdicts are vacated. That case will be set for a new trial.